Jimmy Georgiadis. Ball potted by Jazzy. Just about.
But he snookered on the one ball. Might have an edge on it.
I don't think he's snookered. He's got part of it. Might even have the potting angle.
Yeah, Justin's just gone for the safety shot and landed perfectly between black ball between the 2 ball and white.
Actually, he hasn't. He's left Mikey a little bit of the 2 ball.
Oh,
so Mikey's turn to play safe. Jazzy did have the angle. Mikey's played a good safety shot on the other table. Left Justin snookered.
Oh, I think he might be able to hit that 2 ball. The 3 balls further down the table, he could be able to pot the 3 ball, but very difficult.
Anyway, we'll focus on what you can see.
Oh dear.
Well, there's some work on that from Jazzy.
And now he's got himself on
Hasn't
the
helped
ball.
him.
Played the cannon
That's
like I thought he would.
That's a great shot from Jassem. You really got to know your angles well to even, and the pace of the cloth, just to even attempt that shot.
Oh, wow. What a shot.
Well, I don't think Jimmy's covered short. That. I think he's left Jassem part of the 4 ball.
Jassem can kick that 4 ball to the 7th. He's got a pretty easy snooker. Ooh, he's gone for the double. Even though he's double kissed it, that was an awesome shot.
Jazzy playing with a lot of freedom right now.
Wow.
He's actually 2 straight on this. I think you might see him power this. No, he's coming back. He's going to play the black in the opposite corner.
Yeah, he's coming straight back on the rail.
Great shot.
Wow. Jassem's got that ball on a string. Mikey's just about to pot out their frame on the other table.
One 0 to Jassem. Sorry, 1-0 to Mikey. And 1-0 to Jassem.
To Jassem.
Very loose, confident stuff from Jazzy.
Jassem's out there setting the mental pace. I'm here to play, and this is how easy I find it. Not that James Georgiadis is very different. Finds this game pretty easy as well.
Well, you got a ball. It's legal, but that could help him.
White.
Yeah, that's helped.
Gave James just a shot on the 1 ball that he needed. Mikey's broke on the other table and left an easy shot on the 1. 2 and 3 beside each other, but bit close to make it easy.
That's a really good shot from Jimmy. Is he? No.
Unlucky.
Oh, not really unlucky. You play a plant like that, you've always got to be aware of where your where your next ball's coming from.
Oh, that's a great shot, James. Oh, very unlucky, gone straight in after it. Wow. Michael on the other table looks like he's about to run this rack.
It's like a confident start from our two doubles champions, Mikey and Jassem.
And Michael finished off that other frame. 2-0 to Michael.
And 2-0 for Jazzy.
Doubles partners are going frame for frame.
I think already it's really important that Justin wins this frame, that he capitalizes on having the break. Absolutely nothing wrong with Justin's mental strength, but Mikey is a very, very good front runner.
And it's a bit unlucky there for Justin. 2-ball landed behind the 3. Difficult shot, but if he comes off the bottom rail, he should be able to get a snooker if he kicks a 2-ball behind the 3 off a rail. Tough result though. It's easier to leave Michael on.
Good break from Jassem.
That's an exceptionally good break from Jassem. If that 4-ball fits past the 9, he's easy out.
Don't think it does. Could be wrong. I think he's got to take the 4-ball in the middle. No, you might be right. Maybe it is. Maybe it does pass.
Looks like he's playing it there. Oh, bit far.
Oh, he's going to play the 4 and cannon the 9 in.
He probably will now.
I think that's actually what he was working out all along. Nope, missed it.
Missed everything.
Chance for Jimmy.
I think he was going for the double. If the 9 went in, the 9 went in.
On the other table, Justin, from that difficult position we saw him in, has, I think he called a push out because he hit the other ball first. So
he potted the 2-ball, and I think he just jawed the 3-ball just in.
No, he used the 3-ball to pot the 2-ball, gambling on getting the 3-ball safe. And he left it unpottable for Mikey, but Mikey's laid a pretty good safety in return. And over here, Jimmy's laid a very nice snooker on Jazzy.
Justin's given away ball in hand. Missed the snooker. He's gone to go and kiss right up underneath it.
Jazzy didn't get out of the snooker, and he's opened everything up for Jimmy. So this should be Jimmy's first chance to trouble the scoreboard.
Michael on the other table, not that I'm saying he will, but he's got a big opportunity now with ball in hand. Oh, and James has just chipped clean over the 6 ball. Jassem should find this pretty elementary.
Yeah. It's not quite far enough on that, so he'll probably play for the 8 in the corner. Could be wrong. Maybe he can straighten the 7 up and just play the 8 and the white ball around the angles.
It's probably just a little bit too much angle, but not for Jassem apparently. Natural shot, bounce off 3 rails, and or even 4 rails, he'll still land.
And Mikey's just made it 3-0 against Justin.
And Jassem's up 3-0.
Both of these guys are very good front runners. So to see this this kind of gap already this early, it's a little bit worrying for anybody who was expecting a close game. Jazzy's just destroyed the rack.
James.
Beg your pardon, James.
Mikey's potted off the break as well and left himself a really nice rack there. Michael should run that rack from there unless something bad happens. The 1 ball's a little bit tough, got to tread the eye of a needle, but if he gets the 1 in, he'll be right. Ooh, Michael's potted the other ball. All right.
Good shot from Jazzy.
Sharp cut in the 2. Can't see it disadvantaging him from there. Ooh, he's got him down the line.
Well,
One of those.
I don't know about you, Aaron, but I really feel if Jimmy's going to get into this, he needs to take this chance.
He does indeed. If he doesn't pot out from here, it's got to be tough for him.
He can really start messing with his head.
When you're 4-0 down or raised to 11, that's tough to get back against Jassem. He can break and pot out as many frames as he likes.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's beautiful, James. I like the way James is doing that, actually. It's James is stating there that I'm here to play too. Just because you're Jassem doesn't mean you're winning this.
Short on that.
I think Michael potted out that last frame as well.
Yeah, Mikey's 4-0 up against Justin.
Oh, what a shot. That's a great shot, James. Thinking that 7 passes by the black.
I think he thinks he can as well. No.
Oh, maybe if he didn't hit the black, he would have. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Jassem's pretty easy. You bounce off the rail and easy known. Never looked like missing.
So 4-0 to Jazzy versus James, and 4-0 to Mikey versus Justin.
Justin's got a tough cut in the corner, or he can play it to the corner closest to us in the camera there, and his white will naturally run around for the two, but very difficult. If he plays the other way, he'll probably more likely get a snow go.
Yeah, I'm not sure which way it's going to go here yet. Big break again from Jazzy. He's not ended up with shape on the one though.
It's like a shot where you land the one ball up sort of 6 black and white ball behind the 2 and 3. I think he's going for the one ball behind the 6 and the 5 and the white behind the 5. Quite perfect, but good enough. At the worst, he can see a tiny edge.
I think James is going to play rail first, trifle at half ball contact on the one ball.
Yeah, white ball behind the 6.
And bring the white ball back down this way. No, well, could have been worse, could have been a lot better.
The white ball on that angle was always going to stun more. It was always a shot you try and hit a little bit softer.
He hit the one ball spin. That's a good shot from Jazzy. Perfect. And from here, you've got to expect Jazzy to make it 5-0.
Yeah. Tiny little suck on this shot. 2 and 3 in the same pocket. I don't think he meant to land there, but should be okay. Oh, he's got a whole white ball.
He's overplayed that a bit.
Yeah. I guess, but overplaying that shot was always better than under. Oh, look at that. He kicked that 6 ball square in the guts to land that one ball.
Gone very, very wrong.
That was awesome. It's actually almost like it's exactly what he meant to play. That means he's
well, he didn't bat an eyelid, so it's quite possible that was exactly what he meant. But it could have gone drastically wrong.
Overhit that a bit, but...
Now, for the record, Jazzy in his first round match could well have lost against John Barton. He struggled over the line 8-6. I saw him missing shots that I wouldn't expect him to miss. He beat me 9-5 in the second round, or the last 16. It was close early on, and then he made a couple of really good outs off his own break. Struggled very much against PJ in the quarters. But the Jazzy we're seeing now on the screen is playing with the freedom that he hasn't shown so far today.
That is a great shot by Justin. Justin's landed on that 4-ball off that 3 in the corner perfectly.
Jimmy's just destroyed that rack again.
Good shot on this 4-ball. Justin should be okay to win this frame, which he's got. He's on that 4-ball nicely. Bit unlucky there for James.
Jack Aussie, no, there's no third, fourth spot playoff. Losing semi-finalists get the same money. Jimmy needs a bit of luck here.
That's not lucky. Wow, that is stiffed.
So that's going to be 6-0 to Jersey.
All he has to do is overhit that 2-ball on the cut and he should pot that night. That was unlucky.
And on the other table, it looked very much like Justin was going to get to 4-1. He's missed a ball and let Mikey in. Mikey's missed one back and snookered him.
How unlucky is that for Justin? Wow.
So things going very, very much the way of Mikey Cacciola and Jassem Al-Hasawi.
Bag by Jassem. And he's left a shot on the 1. Jassem looks like he's good to go there for a rack. That is not what he meant to play.
It's not perfect.
The 3-ball doesn't go in the corner now. Might play a safety here and just leave the 3 against the rail and use the 7 for a snooker.
It's a good shot from Jazzy. Mikey's made it 5-0 against Justin.
Oh, wow.
Great hit from Jimmy, but
unlucky.
Still left Jazzy on.
5 is next.
Big pocket cheat from Jassem.
Straight down the rail, he should land opposite.
Good shot.
It's straight, but shouldn't bother Jassem.
Push this through with left hand side.
Landing between the black and the pocket. go,
7-0 to Jazzy. I'm handing over to
Jassem,
Mika.
not Jason.
Alright, are we on?
You're on.
Hello.
Welcome, Jade.
How are we?
Always good.
Pretty interesting matches at the moment.
They are.
Very one-sided.
A little one-sided. Jassem's playing awesome. He's not missing much at all. He's very confident.
Jassem and Mikey are just both looking very clinical at the moment. Hence why they won the doubles. So.
Got James, who's got a very nice break there. Keeps his head down and keeps a good concentration level. He should pot that out.
Just a little bit of a tricky shot here on the one. Needs to probably come out to the centre of the table to have a nice shot on the two.
Yeah.
And from there, everything went pretty nicely. Or just a deep screw the whole table.
They went off.
I think he's still okay.
Yeah, I think he's okay.
So decides to go right up near the five.
Perfect.
Which is probably the right shot. Bigger area to land in. Get nice and close to your wood.
Nice natural shot here. He's come out to the blue dot, like you said. He's got a nice easy shot then for the five.
Ooh, so I think what Jimmy's trying to do is just get himself going. Yeah, I think he knows that, I mean, at this stage it's a very less chance of him coming back from here. So he's just trying to sort of get the arm going, you know, just have a bit of fun out there and just take one frame at a time.
That's right.
I mean, me personally, I was 6-0 down to Mikey, and at that stage I was pretty much thinking the match was over. I just decided to, you know, just enjoy myself out there and take one frame at a time, take every chance that you can possibly get.
Yeah, I lost Alec a bit earlier today, and yeah, after losing yesterday and not qualifying, I decided I was going to loosen up a little bit and play a little bit easier, and yeah, I played much better today than I did yesterday.
Yeah, he's overhit that a bit. Yeah, that's fine. Slowed up nicely.
Yeah, perfect.
On a 5-cent piece.
Nice little tuck shot here. Beautiful. Nice white ball, and Jassem's conceded the frame there.
Jazzy's not even going to let him pot the 9. And I owe Simon a drink. A little bit unfortunate. It's 5-0 and Mikey's just looked solid all tournament. I mean, I think in his first 2 matches he wasn't even challenged. I think he won 8-1 and like, I'm not sure on the score in his second match, but I think he just wiped the floor with whoever he played.
It was a great shot from Justin. Justin just needs a little bit of a stun shot in this, take the 6, which he landed perfect.
It should be even because they're 1 frame behind.
Justin's well on his way to finishing this frame. He's in a nice easy bottom right shot to land on
there. James
to land
and
on
Justin
black,
both getting their first frames on the board.
and he's landed that white perfect.
So
Jassem's got a tough shot here on the 2.
yeah, he just wants to hit this sort of,
Just wants to hit it gently.
wants to send the 2 under the 5 and snooker.
Yeah,
Looks pretty good. He hit it full.
yeah. Good
Probably
enough.
going to have it's not a bad shot. It's not an easy safety here.
Justin just won that out of frame, so it's 5-1.
I think that's it's probably a little bit of a poor shot there from James, to be honest. He didn't want to allow Jassem a chance to hit this 2. Jassem's probably just going to clip this thin, send it right back off the 2-3 rails.
And snooker back.
Yep. I think he might have left him on.
Might have been a bit heavy.
I don't think he can see it. He may be able to, if he can see it, he can put it in.
Even if he plays off the rail behind it, he should be able to knock the 2 down onto the bottom rail, and the white's going to carry on behind the 9-11.
Yeah.
So as long as you don't overhit it.
I think he's looking at 2 rails. So bottom left rail, and then hit the 2. Oh, you can see it. Never mind. It's a good shot. Just going to pick the gap.
That's what I thought.
No.
That was a very good kiss off the other 2 balls. I didn't see that coming.
Such good control there. Good. Key was just controlling the 2 there. He didn't want it to come out more to allow Jassem to see it. Nice full contact would be nice here for Jassem. Just clipped it a bit thin.
Oh wow, that is unlucky. That was nearly perfect behind that 5 ball.
Yeah, I don't think he played to be behind the 5 though. I think he sort of missed it. I think he wanted to hit that 4 ball and stop the white. Bit of a uses all of the pocket.
Good use of the jaws.
I expect Jimmy to get these.
Yeah, I expect Jimmy to finish this frame from here.
Key is just making sure you get nice on the 5 here to stun up for the 7. Making sure you have enough angle to come out for the 8. Looks pretty good. Looking at the table, it looks absolutely perfect. Just a soft screw past the 7 here.
Just land the white ball close, square with the middle pocket.
Didn't
Close
get into the white as much as he would have liked there, but still
that's
has
okay.
a nice shot at this. Can come twice across here. Hit that well. It's going to come out. He's going to be pretty much dead straight. He's a little bit of angle going towards the left.
It's perfect.
May pop through off the back rail or screw back. I think you can pinch enough of the pocket to screw back to the 9 in the bottom left.
I probably would have done what you said. Went off the top rail to give myself that better angle.
No, I didn't mind soft screwing back to the bottom left. So Jimmy getting on a bit of a roll here. I wouldn't say danger signs yet for Jassem, but just something to keep in mind.
Just to keep him honest.
Justin with another chance here to get his 2nd frame on the board. To be joined by my doubles partner from Friday, Sav and Naga.
Hey guys.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Just enjoying some very good quality pool.
Yeah, I think obviously the scores sort of make things sound a bit different, don't they? But the quality's actually been pretty high from all the players, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, you must know exactly how it feels to lose a few on the trot and then be able to
6-0 down against Mikey, and the truth was I never actually did much wrong, and I think it's sort of the same with Justin. Just sort of briefly watching the match, I didn't actually see him do much wrong to go 5-0 down.
Absolutely, it's a combination of run of the ball, and
it just shows how important the break is in this game. I think luck in this game is also very important.
Oh, absolutely.
Obviously, it's something you can't control, but it has such a big factor in this game. Off the break and where balls go when you miss them. And
for sure. But you did awesome to fight back and get to pretty much, what, 9-8 down?
Yeah, I had a chance to go 9-all and missed a 7, and I mean that was obviously very disappointing, but
still an awesome
fight back.
back.
To get back there, to be honest. At least I challenged him last time I played him. I think I lost like 9-1 in about 15-20 minutes, so I was definitely happy to at least challenge him there. So.
It's a good little safety shot from Jassem.
He's played that really well.
Do you think James is maybe a little frustrated now and just let his arm go and freestyle?
I said that to Aaron a few minutes ago. Jimmy was just sort of flying the wide around the table, just trying to get the arm going and enjoy himself a bit out there.
Well, in his quarterfinal, his opponent had to forfeit because he had to go catch a flight. So, I mean, James probably hasn't played for an hour and a half or 2 hours or maybe longer. I think that probably hurts him, like he's coming into the match cold.
I agree. I mean, he was on the practice table, but I mean, practicing can only help you so much. You know, you want pressure play, don't you? So
Yeah. He's
practicing will keep the arm warm, but
yeah. He's played a good shot there and he's just managed to hit the
he's
rail.
going to be hooked behind the 3 ball after this shot.
Yeah, send the 1 down under the 9. Oh no, he's hit it a bit softer.
He's just controlled that. I think this is better because this is actually really tough to get out of.
Do you think you can go 2 rails and then clip the underside of the yellow?
I think he just wants to focus on hitting it. Because hitting it's tough. I think he might have the one rail maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe the twice across. It's pretty tough.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a nice
James
little safety Jassem played there.
James knows his angles quite well, so I'd back him to hit this. Oh, it's a good effort. Oh, he must have hit it.
So nice shot there from Jassem.
Very nice shot. And I'm really glad to see Jazzy pulling up a bit. You know, I know he's 7-2 up, but don't let go of your advantage,
Well,
you
it
know.
just shows how much he wants to win, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean,
It's good discipline.
Michael's just won the next round there.
that was always going to be the risk there from James, playing at such a dead weight. You know, these tables I think have been moving quite a bit all weekend.
Yeah, fair enough.
So soft shots can sometimes be quite unreliable, especially when you can only see a small portion of the object ball.
Yeah. And Mikey's just won as well, so he's gone 6-2 up. And Mikey and Jassem played together in the doubles, so I mean they're pretty much 13-4 up.
Looks pretty good, yeah. It's going to come out, be absolutely perfect to play the 5, probably in the same pocket.
Yep, absolutely.
Just wondering if he has to stun off the right-hand side rail here.
Yeah, stun across with the right-hand side, I think.
He might be
Oh
able
no,
to
he can screw back.
He can just soft screw it now. He's played it confidently. I think that was the right shot.
Yeah,
You know, sometimes if you just try and hold, you get too tentative, you might miss the pot or
Yeah.
something. So
it's the right shot at 7-2 up, that's for sure.
I think it's 7-2 up. Any shot he plays is the right shot in this case. Except
Oh,
for that one. Had a lot of side on that.
yeah. It's
And
just,
I just wonder, Knackers, is this the turning point?
well,
If he gets these.
it was 7-0, wasn't it?
It
So,
was 7-0 and then Jimmy's won the last 2 frames in the draw.
yeah.
If he
So,
gets this one, it's punishing Jassem for a mistake,
absolutely.
which obviously hurts Jassem really, you know, mentally. So cued that one nicely. Needs to
Yeah.
get into this nicely though.
I think you can just top through.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going
screwing.
round?
He's layering up.
He's
I think
taking
the right shots to top through.
Yeah.
Just a large area.
Still a little awkward.
He uses the Revo Q, so
It's going bottom right or. Oh,
nearly missed it. It's landed absolutely plumb on the 9.
that's a great shot.
Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we could have a real match on our hands now.
He plays those shots really, really well.
And the thing about Jimmy is he's such a rhythm player as well. You know, the more
Absolutely.
frames he gets on the board.
And I don't think he'll think that he's out of this match yet because, yeah, Jazzy's played well to go 7-0 up, but
Yes.
James made a few mistakes during that period and he's won 3 on the trot now. He's only got to win 4 more, you know,
Yeah,
or
that's it.
even 2 more and suddenly you're looking very much alive.
Well, that was the thing, when I was playing Mikey, when I was 6-0 down, I wasn't thinking to myself, I can get back to 6 and make the game level.
Yeah.
I was thinking if I can get to 6-3, it starts putting Mikey under a little bit of pressure.
Yep.
And then, you know, 6-4, suddenly, okay, I'm back in the match.
Yeah.
I think 6-3, I'm probably out of the match just a little bit. Obviously, much more in the match than I was at 6-0, but it starts putting pressure on the opponent. And that's your goal
For
when
sure.
you're down. You just want to start making it as hard as you possibly can for the
Yeah.
opponent.
Well, big chance here for Justin to close the gap, like you said, to 6-3.
Yeah, it's a bit of comeback on both tables.
Yeah, well,
I think
these
this is
guys are
good for
quality
the
opponents,
neutrals
so
as well.
absolutely. I mean,
Good for
11,
everyone. You brought
11.
Justin in the Calcutta, obviously, so...
Yeah, true, but, you know...
Mikey's one of your best mates.
Absolutely, you know.
We all know you love money more than friendship, though.
You're lucky I haven't sold you off for $100 yet, mate. But I did have you in the Calcutta as well, so...
Yep.
You,
had the Johnny Walker as well, and I won you some money, so...
Yep, every time I buy you, you make it deep, so...
You're going to have to buy me in pretty much every tournament now. That's good. It's not a bad safety there from Jazzy, but it's given James a free escape with this one ball, so probably a little bit of a poor shot there, I imagine.
Yeah, I like being able to clip off it and catch it thin, and you send the white to the left-hand side of the 9 ball.
It's not bad, you just have to worry about leaving the one open the middle pocket, obviously.
Yeah,
I think
true.
what you're going to see him do is just try and, potentially try and pot it in his bottom right-hand corner and just screw the white straight back.
Yep. I don't know if he can see enough of
But
it,
he can play rail first, just like this.
Well, he's gonna
get unlucky, actually, because he's hit them. Okay, that's pretty unlucky.
It is unlucky, but
you
the
imagine-
3 is very difficult.
That's pretty unlucky because he left the 1 on, but you imagine the white's back more. The 1 comes sort of up towards the 9. It leaves distance for Jassem, which is it makes it a tricky shot. So I think the way he played that was right. He just got a little bit unfortunate.
Do you think the 2 passes the 7?
I think it does, but he wants to be nicely on it.
Well,
So he's gonna.
what are you getting on?
Probably wants to come up basically in line with the 9. You know, if you draw an imaginary line between the 9 and the 3, probably wants to be there.
Can you roll the 3 in the middle? Oh.
Or just play the plant.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
I don't mind it if you're close to it because I think you just have to pretend you're potting the 3.
I think that's just...
This is pretty difficult.
I think that's just crazy.
This is, Jassem's a crazy player, isn't he? He loves the fancy stuff. Yeah, and that was always going to be the danger, and it's going to come out and leave James get another shot. Tell you what, if James can punish Jassem for this mistake here, this is
big turning points. I think Jassem's just got to be careful not to be going for too much and overextending himself and throwing away easy frames.
And this is the thing as well. I think if Jassem doesn't miss that the easy chance last game, I think he probably doesn't miss that.
Yeah, probably.
It just shows, mistakes you make in the last frame. As much as you try hardest to get rid of them, they psychologically, stay with you.
Absolutely.
So it's just a matter of fighting those demons and just trying to take every shot as it comes. That's a nice shot there, cued that well, lands absolutely perfect here on the 5.
So Mikey's just won to go 7-3.
7-3, a little bit of danger signs for Justin.
Yeah, getting towards the latter end.
Just up the table here.
But, it was, what, 5-0? So, 7-3 means,
better than 5-0.
Yeah, well, Justin's won 3 out of the last 5 frames. So, if he can do that again, suddenly you're 9-6. Well, you probably need to win a bit more than that, but... Oh.
Just tries to pinch the pocket there. That's a poor shot. He jumped up a bit off that shot as well.
Was hampered queuing as well, I think. So a bit of a reprieve there for Jazzy.
I think it actually hurts probably more when you start making a comeback and then you make a mistake and whether you hand the frame to your opponent.
Yeah.
It actually hurts you mentally more. Like me personally, when I was 6-0 down and I started making that comeback and I had that chance 0-9 all.
Yeah.
I think it would have it hurt me a lot more because I was 6-0 down. Like,
Of
I've done all
course.
the hard work to get back there.
Yeah, and
compared to if it was just a close match the whole way through, I'm probably not as disappointed as I would be.
Absolutely.
So three games in the trot there for James. He gets that. It's suddenly 7-4.
I think.
John, but now I think this is going to be a real mental test for James now.
I think the bad shot was really the shot on the 7.
I agree.
Because, and I think that's something a lot of these players do. Like they take it a bit too slack. They're very quick, and that's great for the audience, and it's great for watching really fast, flary pull. But they miss those easier shots that they would never miss if they took a bit more time.
So I think Jimmy's just going to go back to his freestyle mode here, just try and get the arm going, get a couple
Yeah.
of frames on the
Just
trot.
win another 3 on the trot.
I think maybe another potential problem was maybe he slowed down. Maybe it was probably a bad thing to do. You know, maybe you
Did he
start
slow down?
speeding up. I think he slowed down more than he was when he was 7-0 down. You know, he started speeding up. He was playing, trying to get a rhythm going, and he started playing.
That's a nice
really
shot.
well. You know, he started getting frames on the board. He started running racks. The moment he slowed down just a tad, even if it's just a tad, it's different. You know, so why change what's not broken? You know?
No. Wow. Yeah.
You know,
He can
you
just
see-
run through off 2 here.
Yeah, just roll the 5 in, come top left rail. It's a nice shot.
Yeah.
Wants to come past so he's not hampered.
You can just screw back to just past the blue spot, I think.
Probably aim for the blue spot here so he can top off too. Yeah, just like this. Now he can just, he's got a choice here. He can top off the back rail or he can screw back.
I like topping.
Probably top so you don't flirt with the in off in the right middle.
It's also just easier to execute, I think.
Shoot that really nicely. Oh, I think he has to screw off the side rail here.
Yeah. He plays these shots really well though, so. He's played it well.
Just a reminder, so Adam King's just saying, just a reminder that these guys have played in tournaments where you only have 30 seconds to play a shot. I don't think that's really going to affect them. I mean, I think they're all quick players as it is.
I think what Adam's saying is that they're used to playing at a fast speed because they've had to in the past,
Yeah.
and that's why they still play quick
But I
now.
think even beforehand, before they went away to those tournaments, they were quick players.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not so much Justin because you know he's very methodical, but the other 3, they're just all rhythm players. Only they're freestyle. They like to
Don't get me wrong. I think that's a reason why Justin does so well as well.
It's just, in my
He's
opinion,
composed and disciplined.
over all the cue sports, maybe not so much snooker because he doesn't play in snooker, but over the American game, obviously 9-ball included, and the English game, he's probably the most consistent player in the country.
Oh, for sure.
You know, he's always making finals, you know, he's winning. I think he's making the quarters minimum every tournament that he plays in, whether it's on these tables, whether it's on the English pool tables.
Well, he's mentally strong and he's disciplined.
And I think
he's
another
methodical.
one-
He's composed. That's what you should. That's what you should be.
And I think another one that's actually starting to do that now is Mikey.
Oh, absolutely.
The last probably half a dozen to a dozen tournaments, he's making quarters, semis.
Yeah.
Obviously, he won Berry. He's won Johnny Walker. He made the final of the Johnny Walker earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Obviously, makes the semis of this.
Oh, for sure.
So it's just proving how the 2-shot players, the players that supposedly only played one cue sport, can be talented in other cue sports as well.
Oh, absolutely. The skills are
I
largely
think we proved
transferable.
that in the doubles.
I don't know how we fluked our way
Yeah, I
through to
can't
the
believe
semis,
that
but
we somehow made the semis and we don't even play this game. It
All
just
you gotta do
shows
is
though how
fluke the
similar
9-ball.
all the games are.
yeah.
Obviously they have their major differences, so that's why they're different games, but at the end of the day, if you can hold a cue and play well in one game, you're most likely going to be good at the other one.
Absolutely. He's
Really poor shot there.
yeah, but he's tied up the
Bit of a
5.
result there, isn't it?
The 3-4 is also a bit awkward.
I wonder.
It is plantable, but still. How about you pot the 1, then use the 2 to come off the cushion. Well, I was thinking come off the cushion and run into the 8.
I like screwing into the 8. If you screw into the left side of the 8, you come up more. It makes the 3-4 plant really easily. I didn't mind.
See, I like this. I think if you run into the cushion, then into the 8, you open it up and you're more likely to be on the 3.
Only reason I don't like this is because if you hit the 8 full, suddenly the 3-4 becomes difficult. If you screw into
Yeah, but
the 8,
with the
you
big
come
white
to
ball,
the center of the table.
I don't know. I think with a big white ball, even if you catch the 8 full, the white's going to continue travelling in that
Might not
direction.
even take this on. Yeah, that's a really good shot.
That's
Or I think he wanted to hit the 5 more full there to try and promote the 5 over the middle of the pocket there.
yeah. I think the 5 is on now, in the middle.
It's pretty close. It's hard to tell looking at the table.
Yeah. So 7-4 with the Mikey game.
Oh, he doesn't want to disturb them. Boy.
Oh, he's got a result.
Oh, look at this.
Half a result.
No, he didn't get the snooker.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to take the plant, I presume.
It's a 7-4 between Mikey and Justin now.
Yeah,
Justin
keeping it
making
close.
A little bit of a comeback. Again.
But you know, just imagine if James had potted that 8, you know, suddenly the score here is 7-5, and much harder game on our
I
hands.
think what helps Jazzy Jeff here is that if he lands nice on the 5, even if it only goes to a portion of the pocket, he doesn't have to do anything with the light because of the 6
automatic on the 6. So how's he getting on this?
Just top off 2 rails here. Probably under hit that a lot. Needs to come up. Needs to come up.
Way
No,
under
he's
hit.
under hit that.
So a bit of... Oh, he's gone for a bit of a hidden hope and left everything on.
So actually, assuming Jimmy gets these, they're pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
8-5.
And it should be,
isn't it?
and it should have been 7-6.
Should be 7-6, yeah. If not,
7-6,
yeah,
yeah.
6 all. So.
Well, you
6
still need to take a bit of care on this shot. You got to pick the line between, either go around the angles or pick the line between the 9 and the 8, and just top it through. Oh,
had a lot of unnecessary side on
he
it.
might have second prize if he goes far
No,
enough.
he doesn't.
That is a really bad shot.
Right, I actually don't mind thinking the 7.
So how much of that do you think is carelessness?
I think that shot's a really careless shot.
But maybe it's because he's played it in about 3 seconds. Maybe you take a little bit longer on that.
I think he should have weighed up his options, you know, whether he can go around the angles. I didn't mind just stunning it off 2 rails there, you know, bottom right hand side rail. Even if he comes center table, he's still got a shot at the 7. So yeah, so Damo has just called the shot that I suggested earlier is banking the 7 into the bottom left. It's a really gettable shot and he's nailed it.
Oh, he's
What
played a great shot there.
And this is just gonna, you know, his confidence is now quadrupled.
And it probably hurts Jassem as well because he gave him a glimmer of hope and then just wrenched it away.
Well, there's nothing worse, I don't know about you, me personally, when my opponent not necessarily makes a mistake, but they start giving you a glimmer of hope, as you said, and then they nail this crazy shot that they might miss more than they get. It hurts you mentally, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It breaks your heart, and it's really annoying.
So Mikey's on the 9, I think. So, well, he's not down on the shot yet, so it must be. So that's 8-4 for Mikey, and 8-5 for Jimbo, or for Jazzy's 8-5 up.
Both keeping good with time. Yeah, he mishit that.
Oh, he's got unlucky
In off
there.
is unlucky, but it was actually a bad break because you come across the face of the pack.
Yeah, the white was
you
moving
usually
too
want to
much.
stun back towards where you're breaking from. So it's probably, as I said, it's unlucky going off, but I'm not going to say he deserves to go off, but he deserves to try a break at the least.
Yeah. So he's got to make sure he leaves a good angle to get back from the 2 onto the 3. Yeah, he's played that nice. Just, you want to be coming across to pretty much where the 7 is. And leave an angle. Yeah, it's a nice shot.
That's perfect. Couldn't put it any better with your hand.
Jassem really needs to make sure he clears these up because if he lets James win another one, especially when he's gone in off that frame, suddenly James is going to think he's a real big chance to get back in this match.
That's a good shot. That shot was actually harder than it looked.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously the pot was quite easy, but he just had to make sure that he picked one of the gaps.
And do you think the 6 goes past the 9?
Well, I think based on that shot he played, I'm going to say yes, but I don't think he's going to play it in the pocket.
Okay, you think he'll play in the corner?
If it goes in the middle, he probably might take it. But if it's tight and he has to land close to his work, it might just take
so he
it.
seems to be topping it through, play the 6 in the middle.
This looks absolutely perfect.
Great shot.
Looking at the table, you could fit 3 trucks through there, so.
Fair enough. Alright, so looking to be 9-6 here. Meanwhile, Mikey has a fairly easy out to go 9-4 up.
Just obviously you guys can't see the table, but it just needs a nice shot here on the 5 for Mikey. So Mikey's got a tricky 6 ball here. Just needs to pot the ball and he's naturally going to be on the next ball, so it's a big shot in the context of the match. 9-4, 8-5.
It's a good pot. And he's on the 7. Should be out from here, so
Just probably stunned off the side rail. He loves these shots, Mikey. He just smashes them in. Seen him playing against Mikey in the quarters before. He played a push out against me and I let him back in because he had such a tough one. And he's just like belted it in with like 18 tips aside. And that's ridiculous.
I think, yeah, it's just a little careless, isn't it?
Back to what I was saying, like, he just makes this out and he belts in like 4 or 5 balls. So like, I'm thinking, okay, here's a chance to miss. And he just smashes them. And it just shows how good of a curist he is, obviously.
Oh, he's an excellent
He
curist.
just missed that ball.
But sometimes, sometimes it can be that you're down thinking on the shot still. Maybe you're just not quite happy with it. And, you know, if you, well, that's not the best positional shot.
So Mikey, just a little shake of the head there.
A little bit of frustration, but you know what? This is not an easy 9. Especially when you're 8-4 down. But Justin's such a talented curist, I expect him to get it. But this is what I like to see. He's walking around, he's composing himself, taking his time.
Justin was just waiting for the bartender.
Distracted, was he? Oh, he's missed it too. Has he gotten away with it? It looks like he's... no, he's left a... Yeah. So Mikey's recomposing himself. This is good. Just take your time. It's a great shot. It's a big, big turning point there. That could have, you know, 8-5.
From one turning point to another.
Yeah.
So Justin doing the right thing here and taking a Ben Noonan toilet break.
So they just changed the scores twice. I don't think it's 10-4. I think Ant's just trying to give. I think Ant's just trying to give his brother an extra frame. Yeah, Ant's a big supporter of his brother. So if you can get him an extra frame or 2 here or there when no one's looking.
Ant's Mikey's number 1, 2, and 3 fans.
Yeah. He's brought the family down to support. It's good.
He's got the old man there, the brother obviously. Nice delicate shot.
That's a nice little shot.
It is, but no prizes to guess what his next shot's going to be.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I just wonder if you can see the one ball full enough.
Yeah.
He played that really nice.
Oh, very nice.
Tried to play the 1-9 combo at the same time.
I like it. I'm always a fan of 1-9s, 2-9s, any 9.
Well, you wanted to play so many in the doubles, and I had to like grab you by your ear and get into shape. So I let you play one though.
Yeah.
And you got it.
Yep, I did.
But then we got smashed by Mikey and Jassem.
Yeah.
So Jassem's decided to go for the 1-9. They're all going for 1-9s now.
Well, he's left He's left the one on.
He's left a good chance here. He just needs to top off the side rail and probably land in line with the
I like
I want to
playing
say
this
black
with.
spot, but 9 spot, the 1 spot. I don't know.
Yeah, you just got to.
Oh, he's decided to go right up table. That's probably
Yeah.
the right shot. But it's a margin.
He's played that
It's a
really,
margin.
really well. Yeah, that was not as easy as it looked.
9-5. The goal for James here obviously isn't to. Obviously, he wants to win the match, but he's not thinking about winning the match at this stage. I think he's probably just thinking to himself, just keep Jassem off the hill for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Because the moment your opponent gets on the hill, you have no control over the match. And because
Well,
obviously it's one
yeah.
break. But
The way
now-
the way I'd be thinking as well, if I was in the situation, is if James wins this frame, James should be thinking to himself, he's won 6 out of the last 8 frames. And one of those was a missed 8. So he's flying. He's got all the momentum on his side. It's hard to get over the line. So just got to keep.
Characteristics mix. It's really bad English, but I think as much as that was a bad shot there, missing the 6, the key shot was the 5. The ball he played before, he landed himself the wrong angle on the 6. He suddenly landed straight, which means he would have had a difficult 7. It's a great shot.
Very nice shot.
Needs another nice one here though. I don't think he can top off the 2 because he's flirting with the top left and off.
He loves just playing bottom left on these, just below the middle.
He's gonna just above the middle here. Look at the side.
There we
what
go.
a shot.
What a shot!
What a cue.
No reason why he wouldn't. He's cued that excellently. So 10-5.
Might be disappointed with that though because he landed on the rail.
Oh my god. So 10-5 to
probably say
Jazzy.
this match is over now.
Yeah.
Too many breaks for Jazzy. Obviously, if we're playing the English game, the break sort of had a little bit of faith because you know you can't guarantee a ball, but in this game at this level,
Absolutely.
95% of the time you get a ball off the break, and you just gotta hope you know they don't land on the next ball.
Yeah. So this is
James is still gonna put 100% effort in. He's still gonna take his chances whenever he can. And just hope to God that Jazzy misses everything.
Yeah. So fairly easy finish for Justin
so
here.
it just shows the importance of that last frame. It's currently 9-4. This could be 8-5. Gets this, it could have been 8-6.
Yeah.
Now 9-5. Suddenly, and Mikey's still like a mile ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And the same here with Jazzy and James Georgiadis. Yes, they're playing excellent freestyling shots, but it's just those 1 or 2 shots that were a little bit long distance, and you'd fully expect them to get with their queuing abilities.
And I think after that out from Justin, I think that frame where he did miss the 9, I think that's completely out of his head now.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think he even cares about that. He just wants to get on, rack these balls, break, hopefully clear.
Justin's so well composed in that regard. He won't let that sort of stuff bother him.
Yeah, I agree. In my opinion, I think he's probably the most mentally strong player in the country.
Absolutely,
At
he's
all
right
two
up there.
sports, he's just so mentally strong. He doesn't let anything phase him, and if he's phased, he does whatever he possibly can to get that out of his head. Just a toilet break, whether it's just go to the bar and get a drink, it's just.
So Jazzy's got a pretty standard out here to win the match.
And that's
That's a really good
it
shot.
looked like a really easy shot, but the fact that he's landed so close to this 5 just makes the rest of the out so much easier. Suddenly, if he only landed sort of in line with the 8 ball on that shot, he's sort of a difficult shot to get on the 6. But now, this is probably a 9 out of 10 out compared to maybe a 7 or an 8.
Yeah,
it's so important, especially being on the hill. You want to end this match first chance you get.
So he just wants to make sure he takes a little bit of time on this 8.
Or just smash it in.
So he's landed a bit awkward, but he might just be able to screw straight back.
Yeah, he'll probably just screw back to what the wide is now and just take a little bit of a thinner cut on the 8. On the 9, sorry.
He's played it nice.
Pinch the pocket there.
And Jassem's the first through to the final.
Knocks he's left-handed in practice.
Well done to Jassem. Good fight back from James there. It's easy to let your nerves get the best of you or whatever at 7-0 down and just give up or whatever, but he fought hard and kept going. and it was just really those 1 or 2 pots, and it could have been, you know, 8 all or something like that.
I mean, obviously James is a bit disappointed, but I think he's obviously not playing the game as much as he used to, and
I think the long wait from not having to play the quarterfinals
would have hurt him a lot mentally.
would have definitely hurt.
It's good to see James actually take a tournament as seriously as he possibly can. In past tournaments, we all know he might have been a bit funny. He likes to, laugh around the table and enjoy himself, which is nothing wrong with that. But it's good to see him just put 100% effort in, really
Absolutely.
focus on this tournament. Obviously, he didn't get the chocolates, but making semi-finals and losing to a player like Jazz, it's still a good effort, and I think he should be proud.
Yeah, James is definitely one of the most talented players we have in SA.
He's just so naturally talented. He does
Oh,
everything so
absolutely.
careless. And
Yeah, some of the shots you see him pull off are just freaky. So I think there was a push out there by Justin.
Mikey looking to join his doubles partner in the final. Still needs a couple frames. Justin's not going to give them to him easy.
Well, he's decided to give the shot back to Justin. I'm a little bit surprised by this because I think you can play the 2 back towards the white and get the white under the 8.
I think he might just play side rail to side rail. He might play side rail to side rail. You know, just snooker behind the 9 and the 8.
Yeah, so
I think playing the 2 up towards the white is a little bit risky because you only have the possibility of snookering behind 1 ball.
Yeah. If you can hold the 2, then great. Knock it towards the 3. Oh, he's played it the other way.
Oh, he's underhit that. I think he snapped him on it. Yeah, Mikey looks...
It's hard to tell from here.
He's on this. It's just a matter of getting back on the 3.
Well, I think it's pretty natural to get it back on the 3 if he's on the 2.
Yeah, I think he's just worrying about hitting the 9 on the way back.
Yeah. He might be able to see the 2 and not be able to pot it. I'm not sure. Well, he's looking at cushion first, so I don't think he can. I don't think it's on. That's a nice shot.
Well controlled, but I think he might be
He's going to be in trouble.
after the shot now.
Yeah, it's just a containing shot, really. I mean, so I think he's looking to get the white down to where he's pointing right now.
He's just looking at sending it, just clipping off the 2, sending it behind the 8, and then just soft screwing along the side rail.
Yeah,
using
absolutely.
the right hand side and allowing the white to sort of come here behind the 4, down in bulk.
Taking his time, really wants to. Oh, he's going the other way, I think. Just getting the white 2 rails behind the 9, or.
That's a really good shot. I think he might have allowed Mikey to seam the 2 though.
Yeah. Do you think he's got the snooker, or you think he can see it?
I think Mikey can see the whole ball, but it's a nice containing shot, but it allows Mikey to play, a good safety if he can.
Yeah. This is crucial frame here because if Justin allows Mikey to get on the hill, he's virtually unstoppable.
Yeah, I think 10-5. It's the same situation with Jassem and James. Sorry, it's just too many breaks, and in this game, the break is too important.
Yeah, fair enough. So just getting paid out my Calcutta money.
Yep, you owe me a drink now.
For mini Jados.
Straight to the bar after this match.
I think you should be buying the drink because you wouldn't have made the quarters if I didn't buy you in the Calcutta.
Potentially.
But the only tournaments you've ever made it past the last 32 is
but I think I have an excuse that you put me under more pressure than I should have been. If you didn't buy me in the Calcutta, I would have smashed Mikey. The game would have been over. I would have been the one 6-0 up. So I think it's your
That was
fault
a-
that I didn't make the semis.
That was a really good shot there that we just didn't quite. We just saw the tail
He
end of
just
it.
smashed it in, didn't he?
Smashed it in, came across off the side rail.
Probably stun off 2 here again.
I think you just.
Stun off 2. Jados knows
Yeah,
everything.
apparently, yeah. See,
So
that's why
he's-
you made the quarters.
I think this is a. I think he could just naturally play this in the middle, or is it too far past? Yeah, he looks a bit stressed. I think he might have to play this in the corner and just soft screw.
Well, he's playing in the
He
middle.
can definitely cut it in the middle, but I think the natural angle is close to enough, so it means he has to screw,
Yeah,
which
fair
then
enough.
makes controlling the white and judging the up and down a lot more difficult. I think the corner's the right shot, and just backing yourself to just soft screw past the middle. Just like that. He's cued that. Amazing.
Played it really well. So how do you get back on the 8 here? Do you just screw back for the 8 in the middle?
Yeah, just screw back for the middle. Or just play in the same pocket.
Oh, yeah, plenty of room.
No worries.
No reason why you wouldn't.
I guess that's why they're out there and we're here. So, 9-6. This is actually a really important frame.
Absolutely.
10-6 probably end the match, or
Yeah, 10-6 is
or
really
9-7. Justin probably starts hoping, you know, gets a glimmer of hope that he can win the match. Nice break there. Got the wing ball. The one ball, oh, he got kicked it off.
Oh, that's very unlucky for Mikey. He's such a good breaker, and he did control the white really well there.
Well, the thing about our match against Mikey is he didn't go in off once off the break, and he didn't dry break once. So every single time that he broke, which is, what was the score, 11, 8, 19, so 10 frames, I was second to the table, and it just shows how important the break shot is in this game.
Yeah.
Especially at the top level, because if you're going off, which is unlucky in this situation, but if you're going off or you dry break, you know, you're most likely not going to see the table back, or you know, at least not going to see the next ball.
So I think he can play the 2 up in the corner, and he just wants to stun across a little bit, so you're leaving an angle on the 3 to get down for the 4.
The key shot here is landing nice on the 3, as you said, to get on the 4. Probably just wants to be just off straight to the right-hand side, so we can top off the side rail and come across between the 9 and the 4.
He'd love to be able to go straight
And
through
I
the
think
3.
this is perfect, unless he might top through towards the corner that he's playing the 3 in, and then playing the 4 into the, I want to say bottom right to where we're looking.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from the camera whether he can just top through the 3.
He is dead straight, according
Apparently he is
to
dead
our
straight,
Rango
so-
friend next to us. Still needs to be careful though, because he wants to make sure he has a natural angle to pop the 4 and come up for the 5.
Justin tends to always be pretty careful.
This looks pretty good.
That's a pretty good angle.
I think it looks pretty natural to come between the 9 and the 8.
9 and the 7.
9 and the 8. So like the
Oh,
left-hand
you're
side
just
of the
stunning straight
9.
up. Okay.
Yeah, I just think he can roll this in, and it's naturally going to
Yeah.
come through that gap. I don't
I think
he
you
has
can
to
play
aim.
with top and go through the 9 and 7.
What do you know?
Well, he's hit the 9,
What
so
do
I don't
you
know.
know?
I don't know.
He
anyone
tried
knows.
to come. He tried to go my way though.
Well,
so-
maybe he should have gone my way.
but he landed perfect, so he went the correct way. So it's just natural 2 rails here. Come out
Maybe.
anywhere back to where he
Who
is
knows?
now.
Maybe he played off the 9.
He's going to play 2 shots in a row where the white goes off 2 rails. And pretty much
played
the
that really
pretty
nicely.
much the exact same shot again, just to get on the 8 in the middle.
Yeah.
Probably pretty much exactly, if we can land exactly where the white is. If I'm Justin, I'm aiming to land exactly where the white is right now.
And the 7's not too thin.
No, I think the 7's fine. I think you can just play this with a little bit of bottom left, screw off the 2, just like this. And
Yeah, he's played it
he's
well.
pretty much exactly where the white was.
And that's just a result of Mikey's white ball getting kicked
I
in
think
off there, wasn't
I
it?
think he's a bit thin on this stage, so he might have to come off 2 rails here, maybe 3,
Yeah.
or he might check this up. Oh, he's checked it up like
That's
a
a good shot.
boss. What a shot!
Like a
Like a boss. That was a great. Those shots are really difficult to play.
Well, this game just got real interesting.
Suddenly, Mikey, he's twitching. He might be twitching a little bit.
Well, I don't think he's twitching because he's still got a 2-frame lead.
Mentally
He's
twitching.
playing really well. And he didn't really make a mistake there.
Well, I think now that it's 9-7, I think Justin believes he can win this match now.
Well, I think
More than
Mikey,
he used to.
Mikey's probably just thinking, even the last guy that got to 9-8 against me lost the match, so it probably doesn't matter too much.
Mikey's just thinking. I think Mikey's just thinking, get to the hill. Because the moment he gets to the hill, the pressure triples on Justin.
Mikey should just be thinking 1 frame at a time, 1 shot at a time. Do what you got to do.
Was he 6-0 up?
He was 6-0 up in this match?
I think he was 6-0 up.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So
Something
11-8's
like
looking
that.
pretty good.
Yeah. It's good to see a fight back from both James and Justin because Mikey and Jassem were going miles ahead.
So, nice compliments from Gankanit. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that last name. That is a pretty cool name. So, yeah, thanks for saying we're commentating well.
So crucial break here. Justin has a very good break, but just got to control that white and basically don't
5-0,
get unlucky.
6-0. So Brad Truan reckons 6-0, Adam reckons 5-0. I don't know who to believe. I'm going to believe Brad because I'm pretty confident it was 6-0 up. What a break.
It's not on the 1 though. Can you go cushion first?
See,
here
I
between
think
the
if
6 and the
this
9?
is you just smash this cushion first. The 1's going to thin cut the 9 and just go into the 7 pocket.
Yeah, I've got a big pocket there with the 7, so
I actually think it's pretty gettable. And you're getting a safe white.
well, looking at the table, there's a big gap. I would be playing.
Oh, man.
I think you can play the safety here, cushion first, and just kick the 1 away, and the white should stay just behind the 9. And if it's going to clip the 9, you can get the white back behind the 8. Possibly.
He's looking at the 9. I honestly think rail first, try and play the 1-9 combo. The 1 goes up towards the 5 down here.
Yeah.
Or 4. The 4. Is it the 4 or is it the 3? It's hard to see because of the glare.
I think it's the 3.
It comes down near the 3 ball in bulk and the white goes behind the 8. I think this is gettable. Never mind, he missed the 9.
And he's
Ooh.
left the 1 on. Now, is that the 2 ball next to the 5?
Well, Mikey just looked at it and he didn't make any weird faces, so I'm pretty confident it goes.
Right. Well, it looks tough, and even if it isn't, you got to get back down to the 3, then you got to get from the 5 to the 6. So there's a lot of work. to be done
Oh,
in
that
the
actually
frame.
went in the middle of the pocket and jumped out, I think.
I don't think so at all.
This is why we need replays, Damo.
I think he's hit like 4 draws there. I don't think it popped out the back. But Justin should have an angle here to top off 2 rails and get nicely back onto the blue spot for the 2 ball. So he's played it well. Good pace, plenty of angle to get the white back off 3 rails down to the bottom right hand corner for the 3 ball. So just a bit of left hand side here and come off the 2, probably kick off the 3rd, just don't go in off. He's landed a bit straight. He doesn't love life. He might have to just roll it in and leave the white near the left hand corner pocket and take the long 5. But the problem with it is that even if you do pot the 5, how are you going to get back on the 6?
So Brad said apologies, it was 5-0. So apparently I know nothing, which everyone knows anyway.
So what would you do here, Jaden? Do you like...
What are we on?
You're on
3.
the 3 ball, but very little angle.
I like just rolling it in and then just having a go at the 5.
Yeah, fair
And then
enough.
it's a natural angle off the top, left rail, bottom rail. If not, he might be able to stun out to on the bulk line. Just like
Played
that.
that as well as he could.
I like this because now we can play off the 2 rails confidently. He doesn't have to, you know.
Okay, so do you think you just have to get back over to the side rail when the 6 is on?
Huh?
Do you think you just have to get back over to the side rail? Like 2 rails and get over the side rail? Or
Yeah, I think he can either screw off 2 and I think it's hard to get back towards the middle, so he might have to go the top rail, left rail, and maybe even off the bulk cushion.
I think that 6 is tricky. I'd be screwing into the side rail and coming back across.
I think he's too thin.
Oh,
Oh, he's played that really well. You actually can't play that better. He missed the 7 by a fraction.
if he is on that 6, he has played it fantastic.
Probably, I think that's shot of the match if he's
Fantastic.
on this 6.
Oh, absolutely. But still got to screw back for the 7. Or run through. He had angle. Well, that is a big finish.
Well,
Assuming he gets it.
I'm assuming the 7 is pretty deep in the pocket. It looks really thin on camera, but I think
I don't think it's
I
deep
think
at
it's
all.
pretty
I don't
gettable.
think it's even in the pocket. You just roll it in.
I told you.
Oh.
I had a feeling that wasn't in like over the pocket.
Well, we know wasn't over the pocket. I think it was on the rail, but
It was on the rail, which means he probably should have came twice across. I think it was really difficult to actually hold for the 8. I
Yeah,
think
fair
that
enough.
shot looked a lot harder than it was.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry. I think that shot looked a lot easier than it was. I had to think about that one for a second.
Well,
So-
that is a massive, massive let off. Because 9-8, he might have been having some horror memories about you coming back at him from 6-0 down and getting
9-8,
to 9-8.
Mikey would have come and walked over to me and said,
That's Justin's.
and I'll tell
feeling
you
the
one
pain
thing,
there.
I know exactly how Justin feels.
Yeah.
Suddenly you make this huge comeback, you get a chance to probably win the match or at least get level, and you just butcher it. As much as that sounds harsh, it's true and it sucks.
Do you think maybe the mistake was the 6?
No, I think the mistake was just the 7.
Okay.
I
You
think
don't
he took it for granted.
You don't
I think the
he could
6 is fine. I
You don't
think
think he could have played the 6 the same way, but just played it with more top so he comes up to the blue spot?
potentially,
So he just rolls the 7 in?
potentially, but I think to himself, right now he's thinking the mistake wasn't the 6. I think he's thinking, how did you miss that 7? I think he just took it for granted. The 7 wasn't on the jaws, it wasn't in the pocket, and it was thin. And now the 8 was pretty close to the 7.
Yeah.
So it meant, I think the only way that he could have been on the 8 was if he
Yeah.
cannoned into the 8, or if he came past it for the same pocket,
Yeah,
or if
fair
he
enough.
came twice across.
Yeah.
I
See,
think he thought it was thicker than it actually was, and just decided, okay, I can roll it in and pinch the pocket. Suddenly you roll it in, even if it drifts a little bit, you missed it, because he did miss it by quite a bit as well.
It's a nice break from Mikey.
And this is the thing about Mikey, he's just got such a consistent break. It's
Not
so
on the
hard
two
to
ball,
see
though.
the table when he's
You
breaking.
can see it, but you can't pot it. I think he miscued the 7. Miscued the 7, do you reckon? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't notice anything, but we can
It's a
always
pretty
ask him
simple
after that.
safety, I think. Right behind the 7. Yep. This looks good.
Oh, he's got the snooker.
Or has he? No, I think he's left him on this because I think Mikey looked through the gap and looked pretty disappointed.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, easy snooker back, I think, for Justin. But Mikey's got to be a little bit relieved that he at least got away with the last frame.
Aaron. You get down there for me. that so?
So Justin's just decided to play safe on the 2 rather than try to
it was a tough shot.
necessarily. He's left a lot of distance here. Wonder if Mikey can sneak off and get back to where the white is.
Wonder if he'll just double the 2 up.
No, yeah. He's doing a half
just like that.
Half ball shot.
That's what I meant by double the 2 up, but he's overhit that.
Do you think Justin can see the 2?
I think he can, but I don't think it's on in the middle.
Okay.
I think it only goes in the corner.
Maybe hit it just below the middle and send it between the 9 and the 7.
I think he might have a dip of this. I think the safety is just as hard as the pot.
I don't think the safety is very hard here.
The safety is that hard?
I think if you just aim just below the middle, it'll go between the 9 and the 7 to the bottom rail, and the white will just naturally. But
probably not a bad shot. It's hard to tell.
If the 2's on, you take it on.
So he's played the shot, but he's actually hit it a bit thicker than he wanted.
You might get a
and it's actually gone in. Wow.
And Mikey was halfway to the table there.
I wonder if he's on this 3. He's gotten up quite slowly, so
yeah.
I have a feeling he's not on this, which is actually, I mean, for once a fluke hasn't helped you.
Well, not yet. Wait for him to play the shot first.
He's doing that thing where he crosses his arms and puts his hand on his mouth, so I think he's pretty lost at what to do. Maybe a slight swerve, but that makes the pot like 10 times harder.
Do you reckon the 3 goes past the 9 and the 7 and goes in the corner?
Mr. Georgiadis decided to join us.
G'day, boys. You guys watched my beanies before?
Should be proud with semis though, mate.
Yeah,
Lost to a class player as well.
Yeah, sure. Better start with being nice.
I know how you feel.
Yeah, no. I was thinking of you actually. I was playing. This would be for me to come back.
I think the difference was you had chances though.
Yeah, that's right.
So do you think he can pop the 3 in the right hand, like far right hand corner, like between the 9 and the 7?
Really tough. I don't even think he's considered that. I think if he can't pot this, he's just looking at the best possible option for a safety.
I guess it just comes down to how much of the 3 he can actually see.
Mikey looks like he's falling asleep there against the wall. Tell you what, he's actually played this really well.
Yeah, it's a good pace.
That is a really good shot.
Tap on the table there from
I don't
Mikey.
think you can actually play that much better based on where the white was.
Yeah, he's played it well. So, does Mikey go for the safety or does he cut the 3 in and take it on?
Maybe the same shot, yeah, as he played before, just like this.
Oh, I reckon he's left it on this time.
Oh, yeah, he has. That's a mistake.
But can Justin capitalise? Can he get the error from the last frame out of his mind?
Missed it.
Oh,
yeah, that's a great shot. Really good control. That shot was actually, it's actually a lot harder than it looked.
Yeah.
And wow, so we could potentially see a 10-8 Justin's break.
And you know what? That earlier frame, if he'd played that 6 and run through to the blue spot.
Or for me, the first 6 frames. Yeah, they always say the first and last frame to win are your hardest frames.
Yeah, well, it took you 5 frames to win your first one, didn't it? 6
7 frames.
7 frames.
I won the 7th frame. It's pretty content. From 6-0, I won 8-5.
Yeah, I did well.
But lost the match. So.
Alright, let's see what the break entails. Daniel. Big break, legal break, pot of the 1, he's got a shot on the 2, and if he pots the 2, the white comes naturally down towards the 3.
Towards.
Possibly be on the 3.
It's tough, isn't it? Because he doesn't want to go in off. And he's got a pretty small area to land in for the 3 because the 8 ball's sort of restricting where he can land.
I think he's going towards the 4.
I think
You
if
reckon
he plays this,
you reckon it's that thin?
I think so. I think if he plays this with top,
This is
he'll
tough.
go just past the 9 and go towards the 4 for the 3 in the left hand.
I think he's more going towards the 8.
We'll find out very shortly. But I guess it depends whether he plays it with side or anything like that as well.
So,
Let's come to the other
so he's
side.
played what I said first, and this is what I said.
Has he gone in
He's
off?
actually played that really well.
He's played it excellently.
You actually can't play that any better, but he had
played it
such a
really,
small
really well.
area to land in. So, I mean, we could say 10-9.
Well, you say 10-9, but you know, if he'd potted that 7, it'd be 10-9 up.
Let's not pot the 7. Apparently, he had to play the 6 and land on the blue spot.
Look, this is there's still a little bit of work to be done. You gotta
Yeah, you either
make
want-
sure you take your time, especially at the latter stage of a match.
It's
It's not easy.
just about getting close to your work,
Yeah,
and he has.
making sure you leave enough angle to stun
This is
back over for the
perfect.
6. Nice shot.
And this is a key shot.
So, are you going what 2?
Nah, just a soft screw, just past the middle as we're looking now, with a little bit of bottom right, and as it hits the side round, it will come down.
See, I think he wanted to be a little bit straighter on the 6.
I think he did, but I still think he can play the shot that I said.
Okay. So you wouldn't ever play to stun across to the other side and play the 8 back?
Me personally, no, because I suck at those shots. But him, I still think he'll play the shot that I said.
Yeah, fair enough.
Never mind.
No. He's opted for my option.
See
Either way, whichever way he had to go, he just had to commit, didn't he?
See, for me, I'm happy to just land on the blue spot at worst there and just take the thin cut on the 8.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but Justin likes to sort of land, 3 inches from the ball and on a 5-cent piece.
Just got to take a little bit of time here and make sure you get nice on the 9.
Yeah, it's just natural, just a matter of potting the 8. Just past the middle will do.
Just played it nice.
Yeah. Perfectly in line with the middle pockets.
So 10-9. Mikey to break. And probably just get the 9 on the break, you think? Or maybe set
Well,
the
we've
9
seen
up
that
over a
once
hole?
today, didn't we?
We have. Justin was playing earlier against Jason Ahmed, and he was on the hill, and just broke, and the 9 went in, and it was game over.
I didn't do any of those. I didn't do any golden breaks this tournament, so pretty disappointed.
Yeah.
I could have used one when I was 9-8 with Mikey.
Either way, Mikey's just got to take a minute and compose himself, you know. He hasn't made that many mistakes. Justin's decided to go to the toilet.
I think this is what confuses me, right? And I don't know why players do it. You might be able to tell me. When you win a frame, I think especially if it's an important frame, why take a toilet break when you have all the momentum?
Because potentially he needed to go to the toilet. Is it
He's
possible?
already been there twice this match.
Oh my lord. It's possible that he needed to actually go to the toilet and he wanted to wait for a good opportunity to actually do so. And this is like maybe he was putting it off earlier because he was on a roll, and now he just can't put it off anymore.
I don't know. I've just seen it a lot in the past, how when players win a frame, as I said, especially when it's an important frame, they take a toilet break when they win the frame. And I don't understand why, because it stops all the momentum that you just earned in the last frame.
Yeah. Who knows?
I've seen it a lot, so I guarantee you that not all those players have had to go to the toilet.
I think it can also be that maybe they feel like they were put under the pump so much in that frame that they'd like to just take a minute, go compose themselves, and then come back to a neutral playing field.
I understand that. Me personally, I'm just going to do that in my chair when Mike's breaking.
Yeah.
I guess everyone's different. Obviously, some people compose themselves different. Some people take longer to compose themselves than others. So,
Yeah.
but either way, 10-9.
And Justin's just come back.
Mikey looking for another one of his huge breaks.
9 on the snap.
I'm going to predict 3 balls. 1.
Illegal break.
It is
Illegal break.
illegal. Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Illegal.
So I'm not sure if Justin realised.
So Justin has called. They might come to us and ask.
Yeah.
Mikey's been honest, saying it wasn't a legal break, and Mikey has done the right thing, being honest, and he is right. It wasn't a legal break.
Mikey would never lie about it. But you know what? This isn't the. It might be a thin cut on the one. Although to be fair, Justin's probably just happy to have a shot.
Yeah, I don't think it mattered what shot he had in this frame. I think Justin was just happy to get to the table.
Oh, for sure.
Obviously, he's ecstatic because he can see the one needs a chance to go out and win the frame.
So can you hold the white, or is he?
I think he can come twice across.
Oh, or just play that really nice.
He's hit the low side of the 4.
Yeah, but he's on the 2.
I think he can just maybe check this up and come twice across, or he might be able to just roll this in. It's pretty
Looking
thin.
At the table, it's
he might even be able to soft screw past the 4 and the 6 and sort of come near the right middle.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at. And I think the reason he's looking at that is because if you land on the other side of the 3, it's hard to get around the angles to come back for the 4. He's miscued. He's miscued.
I think he's miscued quite a few times this tournament.
Yeah, he's done it a few times. I don't know whether it's because of the tip or bad cueing or whatever it is.
I think the downfall is he's left Mikey straight in the corner.
Is it on past the 3?
It is 100% on past the 3, and I think it's dead straight, which makes this shot way easier.
Wow.
But the white's on the rail, a lot of pressure, it's definitely missable, and it just gets down and nails it into the middle of the pocket.
Absolutely. He's got to stun this off the side rail, though, I think, to get position. Position's not easy.
The atmosphere is starting to rise in the room as well.
Yeah.
Adds a lot more pressure to the players, and needs side on this, needs to get up.
He's going to hit the 6, and he's got lucky. He's got lucky.
I don't think it really would have mattered anyway, because even if he passes the 6, he's on the 4.
Yeah, but if he hits the 6 and he doesn't land perfect, you'll take it. It's better to be lucky than good.
Exactly. He got lucky against me, so.
Has he left? Is this an easy 6?
Yeah, I think he could just stun over past the 9, play the 7.
You play this in the bottom left and stun over
I
to
would.
the bottom right.
Yep, just like this.
Yep. He's played it really
Play
nice.
it with 14 tips of side, land 3 inches from the ball.
And he's landed low.
He's landed in the best possible spot that he could.
That's perfect, yeah. All from a miscue. Wow.
So I think Karen's just answered your question. Justin drinks a lot of water, which means that he probably had to go.
Wow. That is...
Gee, he got into that a bit, didn't he?
He had a lot more angle. He's played that really well.
I think that's a little bit of nerves, you know, sort of. It's hard to control the arm.
I think he's played for that.
He has, but maybe not to be that far away.
Yeah, nice shot.
And I think we're going to see a little bit of a fist pump here from Mikey.
It'll be nice to see a Mikey Jazzy final.
It's going to make it really boring for us all to watch.
Well done to Mikey.
Just kidding. That was a really high standard semi-final, guys.
Yeah.
Both players played really well. Justin should be proud of making the semis.
And Mikey's going to be feeling a bit relieved there.
And I think they'll both be very happy to play each other. Obviously, being doubles partners, they won the doubles on the Friday night. And
absolutely.